Hey guys! Welcome to Becky's World of Math. Today I will be explaining to you how to solve systems of equations. I will first go into a little bit of background about systems of equations and explain the process of how you would go about solving it. Then I will solve one for you to see. So, a system of equations is a collection of two or more equations with the same set of unknown variables, as you can see on the screen now. What we are trying to find is a set of values for those unknown variables that would satisfy each equation in the system. This would also mean that if we were to graph the equations out, this is where they would intersect. So to begin the process, label each of the equations with a letter. This is so that you don't get all the equations confused with each other. As you can see, I labeled my equations A, B, and C. Now, I take equations A and B and set them on top of each other. Now, I have to try to do something so that the x variables can cancel out. Well, B's x is 2x, and equation A's x is just x. I can multiply all of equation A with -2. So that -2x and 2x from equation B can cancel out. After canceling out the x's, add the rest of the equation together. -6y and y become -7y. Bring that straight down. -4z and -z become -5z. And bring that down as well as the equal sign. And 4 and -9 become -5. We now have a new equation, which I will label as D. We're going to leave that there and work on the second step, but we'll come back to that. Now take equation B and C and do the same thing as with A and B. I multiplied C with -2. This canceled out the 2x and -2x. Now, I add the rest of the equations together. -y and 4y become 3y. -z and -10 become -11z. And -9 and -2 become -11. This new equation shall be labeled equation E. Now take equation D and E and do the same thing as what you've been doing this whole time. For D, you can multiply everything by -11. This will make -5 become 55z and -5 become 55. For E, you can multiply everything by 5. This will make -11z, -55z, and -11, -55. This cancels out -55z and 55z, 55 and -55. So that becomes 0, and you get 92y equals 0. You divide both sides by 92 to get the y by itself, and y equals 0. Now we have y equals 0. We can plug that into either the new equations for D or E. I plugged it into 15y minus 55z equals -55. 15 multiplied by 0 becomes 0. To get z by itself, I must divide both sides by -55. And z equals 1. Now plug in z and y for either A, B, or C. I chose to plug them into B. 2x minus 0 minus 1 equals -9, and that becomes 2x minus 1 equals. Add 1 to both sides to get the 2x alone, and it now becomes 2x minus 8. To get x by itself, divide 2 by both sides, and x becomes -4. We now solved the system of equations. If you want to double check your work, plug in the values to each variable into each variable into each equation and solve. That's what I did here. So you can pause the video and do the equations yourself. Systems of equations can be seen everywhere in the real world. One example is if you and 2 friends are shooting some basketballs and you all shoot them into the hoop. That would be like 3 quadratic functions, and the net would be the intersecting point, which would be right here. You can see everything, or each of the quadratic functions goes into or intersects at that x point. And well, thanks for watching. Hey guys, hope you guys enjoyed that tutorial, I guess you could say, of how to solve for systems of equations. Be sure to check out my next video on another math problem that I need to solve. And yeah, that's it. Thanks guys, bye!